I used to love to watch the Bulls. Mm-hmm. The last year and a half, I haven't been compelled to turn them on.
Nope. And even when Tibbs was coaching and they had Derek and all, it was fun to watch.
Oh, it was great.
It was great.
Now, they inspire no real emotion. Like, I am in the camp of apathetic Bulls fan, and that is the worst camp to be in if you're an owner.
But here's the thing, Tommy, that we don't get enough of in baseball, and that is the immediate impact from a draft pick. Chase Burns gets on the mound for the Reds and shuts down the Yankees. Something we've never seen before, Cap. How many strikeouts does he have? 8?
He had that, but he had the first 5 batters he faced. He struck out. That's the first pitcher to make his debut and strike out the first 5 in 50 years.
Did he ultimately strike out the side as well? Did he give up a hit? I thought he struck out the first 6 he faced.
I believe that's correct, yes. So, but here's the thing. You get the immediate impact in the NFL draft, the NBA draft, because in that same year you'll see him. This kid was drafted less than a year ago.
Correct.
This past draft, and he pays dividends right away. So here's what you love about sports. You see sports on a regular basis, and you see something like what Burns did. It's rare. It's really cool.
It is cool. I mean, Cade Horton didn't spend much time in the minor leagues, did he? I mean, did he?
A couple of years.
Oh, he did. Okay, so you're right,
He
Jonathan.
missed most of last year with an injury.
Right.
Usually
this is cool.
Usually I wait 4 years for a kid to come up.
Yeah. It's cool to see. Did the kid went to college, didn't he? So he was, he didn't go straight from high school to the major leagues, but it's good to see. Look, I'm a reluctant to get on the bandwagon Reds fan because I feel like I've been burned. They've been to the postseason once in the last 10 years, and they got bounced. It was a COVID year, and I'm down on my ownership. But, you can't argue that there's some talent in this division. I mean, Paul Skeens is dynamite. Who's the kid, Cap, from the Brewers that has
Jacob Mizorowski, and he faces Skeens this afternoon up in Milwaukee.
Fantastic.
We're going up today. 1 o'clock is going to be me and Cap. We're going to go there to AmFam Field.
There's no
It's going to be
chance.
awesome.
There's no chance.
Right, Cap?
We're not going. By the way, he struck out the first 3. Then he struck out Bellinger and Goldschmidt, and then Jazz Chisholm got a hit.
And then didn't he strike out the next guy? So I thought he had 6 strikeouts in the first 2 innings. That's what I thought. Either way, anyway, you got him, you got Hunter Green, you got Ellie De La Cruz, you got Pete Crow Armstrong. You got guys in the NL Central that are worth paying to see.
No question about it. No question.
5 straight strikeouts.
Cap, I just love having a little, momentary laugh at your fan experience here. I said it a couple of days ago, and I'll stand by it. I think your Cubs team will win this division pretty comfortably. Mm-hmm. They're not playing well right now, but top to bottom, it's a much better team than anyone else in the division.
Yeah, and I still think they're going to make moves, and we'll see how quickly they can get some reinforcements. They get Imanaga back tomorrow, so we'll see. They're not going to use Porter Hodge in any kind of leverage until he demonstrates he's fully back.
They've handled things with tremendous patience because they've been able to. Mm-hmm. They haven't had to rush anyone because guys that have stepped in, have delivered. So, been a fun ride so far, a bit of a valley, but it's been fun.
I got a question for you. So last night, I think, was the last night of tight end university that Kelsey and Kittle and those guys put together. Yeah. And did you see the party they had?
I did not.
Okay, so they had a party. It's called Tight Ends and Friends. And guys had their wives and girlfriends and others.
Taylor Swift there?
Taylor Swift played. She surprised everyone, walked on the stage, grabbed a guitar, and played Shake It Off with a guitar. They said it was amazing. Dan Orlovsky was there, and he's tweeting oh, what a night. And people are all going, that's like bucket list stuff in that type of environment. So if they had a wide receiver university, would you have gone, and what entertainment would you have wanted wide receiver university to have for you to celebrate the end of camp?
Stop it, Jay Moore. Jay Moore just whispered something to me. I would have gone.
Why don't you share with the class?
If I would have been invited, he said Cardi B. Wow. Yeah.
Hey, man.
No, I mean, just not for me. But I would have gone and probably, I don't know, am I going back in time? How about
Now.
So right now.
Chris Stapleton?
No, I would get there's a group called Treaty Oak Revival that I would pay to see.
Do they blow into a jug and have like a washboard for music?
Yes, Jonathan.
Treaty Oak Revival.
Yeah.
I think the talent should be a connection to the wide receiver, kind of like how Taylor Swift was a connection to Kelsey.
Well, I mean, listen, I probably would attend camp in overalls, so maybe my music selection fits.
Tommy, are you going to see Treaty Oak Revival if they come here?
I think they were playing at the Salt Shed.
They're here tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I can't do it tomorrow.
Why?
I've just got commitments.
Come on, Kodak. Don't come up with a story here.
No, I have commitments. I can't do it.
Salt Shed tomorrow, 6:30.
Yeah, I'll catch
Treaty
them the next
Oak
time they're in.
Revival.
See,
how about that?
I would not have been invited to wide receiver camp.
Will there be a full set of teeth in that whole building tomorrow?
Probably not.
Oh my God!
Keep it going. I mean, this is just the the response to the Cub love. It's cool. Listen, Mom and Dad are both from Kentucky. I can't run from it, and I won't run from it.
There you go.
There you go. Don't run from it. That's how you do it. Tell them, Tommy. You protect the people in the South. That's how you do that. Son bitch. That's how you do that. Anyway, so Tommy, I know that your partner is a huge Bulls fan, and the draft is tonight. So unusual, it's 2 nights, the first round and second round. I just when we talk about Chicago sports on a regular basis, I just think that Art Carney and Mark Eversley, these two. Let me tell you something. I mean, by the way, could you imagine Carter Shelvis, by the way, in a white T-shirt and a vest and a little hat like Art Carney? I have no faith in what the Bulls are trying to do. At least with the Blackhawks, that they have a guy that they are the centerpiece of the team. I don't know who the centerpiece is of the Chicago Bulls. This is why it feels like a flat night tonight.
I have no idea what they're doing, Jonathan. Obviously, Matas looks to be a very promising player, but nothing they have done has inspired me, nor should it have inspired the ownership crew to give anybody an extension. That's what's baffling to me. What about what you've seen since they took over was worthy of giving them new paper? So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. Obviously, they're probably going to sign Giddey, right? It's going to cost them $30+ million a year.
Correct, which means then you probably have to trade Kobe.
You're going to trade Kobe, who's probably, Kobe's a great scorer and is a good story and probably the best value in the NBA the last year or two, right? At $12 or $13 million a year.
Yes.
But you're going to move him. My problem, Jonathan, is do you trust? Okay, even if they do something that you agree with, whether it's trade Vooch. Do you have any confidence that the move is going to be successful?
No, because when you sit on your hands like the Maytag repairman and never pick up the phone for years until we got to the Zach and DeRozan deals, I just don't have any faith because I haven't seen them do anything significant to be able to make a move. I just feel like when we talk about the Bulls, we're talking about an organization that's standing still.
Didn't they trade Zach for their own pick?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, to get their own pick back.
Yes. So what does that say?
And they moved a bunch of money.
At their jobs. And look, this may be me just nitpicking, or you may think it's not important. They've already told you that AK's not going to meet the media after the draft, right? It's going to be Mark Eversley.
Mark Eversley is.
Well, he's the general manager. That would be like sending Ian Cunningham up after an NFL draft and not hearing from your general manager.
Right. Jed's always out front and center, not Carter.
I don't. Maybe it's a tactical decision because every time he says something, people continue to cringe. But it's sad because I think the Bulls fan base is as rabid a fan base as there is. And yeah, I gave Silly the phrase last year when he was like, "I'm not even going to go to the game to Bullcott."
Yeah.
We had a web poll. He had a web poll question yesterday. I think it was, do you trust AK and Eversley to get this right this offseason? 97.3% said no. Like, you can't get 97 point anything percent to agree on anything on a Twitter poll.
Yeah, so that you could have predicted pretty close. That's a good poll question for him to ask, but you could have predicted that number.
Oh, I couldn't. Like Kap, like you could say, is money? We tried this. Is money good? Like 95% said yes.
Bee stings and bags of manure. Remember that one you and I did?
Yeah.
Would you like a bee sting and a bag of manure? We had people actually say yes.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. So I don't know what the hell they're doing, and I don't have any. I have optimism that maybe they'll get it right, but I guess hope and optimism would be comparable concepts, but I don't know where I'm at with it. I used to love, Jonathan. I would love, like, I still love coming home at night watching baseball. I used to love to watch the Bulls. Mm-hmm. I don't even, like, the last year and a half, I haven't been compelled to turn them on.
Nope. And even when Tibbs was coaching and they had Derek and all, it was fun to watch.
Oh, it was great.
It was great.
Now, they inspire no real emotion. Like, I am in the camp of apathetic Bulls fan, and that is the worst camp to be in if you're an owner.
I would have loved to see Tommy, by the way, in his prime, be part of the Fanatics in New York. He would have mastered all of those things that the athletes were doing. He definitely would have thrown a baseball better than Joe Burrow.
Tommy, I've always said this, Tommy Waddle was the kind of athlete, he may not run the fastest or jump the highest, but if you invented a new game, that dude would be amazing at it from day one. He's just a great athlete.
Well, great's a strong word, but, I played tennis in junior high, Jonathan. Did you know that?
With a badminton racket? How did you do that?
No, I played regular tennis in junior high because they didn't have a baseball team at Princeton Junior High School. So I played tennis.
On the tennis team.
Yeah.
That's not a surprise, Tommy.
I'll get you out on a pickleball court as well.
Do you play pickleball?
Occasionally. My back sucks. My back and hips I can't do much. But occasionally, if I rest up for a while, I can get out there and give you 45 minutes to an hour's worth of pickleball.
Do you see that?
How about that?
How about that?
Take some
Pickleball.
pills to put the pain aside and just get out there and do my thing.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends that play pickle.
Get some Southern Comfort, a couple of pills. I'm feeling great, guys. Let's go.
By pills, I just meant Tylenol. That's all I'm saying.
By the way, are you free Friday night?
No.
Chris Stapleton in town.
I've seen him a couple of times. I like him. Great. Mm-hmm. This is Kap. I'm kind of like drifting towards less of the commercialized country music and kind of checking out some of the peripheral bands and stuff.
Like Chubby Checker.
I like Chubby Checker.
Watch it.
I like Chubby Checker.
I don't think you want to be around a whole bunch of people also. I think you like to just chill.
I would love to take you, Jonathan, to the Treaty Oak Revival concert at the Salt Shed. If I was going, you would be. If I had an extra ticket, it would be yours, and we would have a hell of a time.
Drinking a lot. I think you and I think we would.
No question. By the end of the night, you would appreciate the music.
All of a sudden, I'll be in overalls for no reason.